Hello everyone. In this video, I will explain the process to load the JSON files into the rows of a table. My requirement is we have a JSON file in the Azure Blob storage and we want to insert the data into a SQL table. Example, we have three files in the storage account, and to load these three JSON files from Azure Blob storage into a Azure database, we need to create a table. Here is my table definition. I am creating a table called raw JSON file, and it has three columns. ID. This column acts as a unique identifier for each row in the table and its auto-generated identity column. And the next one is file name. This column stores the names of a JSON file that was loaded from Azure Blob storage. And the last column, JSON data. It holds the real content of the JSON file as a string, and its data type is nvarchar max. This allows for the storage of up to 2 GB of text data, making it suitable for large JSON files. Okay, let us put this into the practice.
Yep. Open the storage account, container, source. These are three JSON files we are going to process. Edit. This is how the JSON file structure looks. Let's open the other one. Okay. To load these JSON files, we need to create the table. Let's create the table. Let me copy the metadata. Go to Azure database, new query. Okay, the table got created. Now we'll create a pipeline to process these files and load it into this table. Okay. Go to ADF, launch the studio. Create a pipeline, new pipeline. Name it as read JSON files. First, we'll use the get metadata activity. With the help of get metadata activity, we'll find the list of files and read the file names. Settings, create a new data set. And our files are in storage account. And selecting the Gen2, continue. Select the JSON file, ds underscore source. Let me create a new linked service. Subscription, storage account, test connection, create. Okay. Select the file path, browse, and my files are in the source. These are the three JSON files. Click OK. Import schema. We are not dealing with any schema, so select none. Click OK. Next, field list. So click on new. We need the list of file names, so selecting the child items, click OK, and the name, give the proper name, file names. Okay, let's debug this. Succeeded. Let's check the output. We are using the field list as a child items. It is returning the three files, userinfo.json, customer.json, and the orders.json. Okay, next we'll use for each to loop through each of these file. Select the for each, connect these two, and select for each, give the name for each file, go to settings. We can go sequential or we can also go parallelly. So I'm going with a sequential. Select sequential. Add dynamic content. In the output activities select get file name dot child items. The child items will return the file name. So that's what we need. Click OK. Next, go into the activities. Now to read the content of the file, we'll be using the lookup activity. Select the lookup activity, change the name. Read file content, go to settings. Uncheck the first row only because we are reading the entire file content. Click a new dataset. So our files are in the storage account. Select Gen2 JSON file. I'm using the existing linked service. File path, click on browse, select the source where we have the files. Okay. Again, we are not dealing with the schema, so select none, click OK. And next, open the dataset. Okay. So here, like every time we are passing the file name from the for each activity to lookup, so we have to parameterize the file names. We'll create a new parameter. New p name. Okay, go to connections. Okay, in the file path we have to provide the file name, so we are getting the file name from the parameter. So add dynamic content, click under the parameters, click file name. Okay, and then go to pipeline. Now we will see a parameter under the source data set. We have to pass the value for this parameter from the for each loop activity. Click on this, add dynamic content. So we have to pass the value from the for each activity. So click on for each file dot. We'll be passing the name and click OK. Okay, let's debug this. Yeah, the pipeline got succeeded. Let's verify that. Let's verify the results. First activity is get file names. Click on output. First, in here we are reading the file names, and for each file we have 3 files, so it's returning a 3 count. So we have 3 files, and the lookup activity is getting executed 3 times for each file. Let's verify that. So we are passing input as JSON. We're passing the user info.json, and the lookup activity is reading entire content, and the entire file content is stored in the value. Okay. Next, we need to insert this result set into the table. So for that I am using script task. You can also use a stored procedure to insert the file content into the table. I am using the script task. Just I will write a simple insert statement. Connect this. Name it is. Insert into table. Go to settings. I'll create a new linked service. Azure SQL database. Okay. Subscription, server name, database, username. Does the connection. Okay, create. Using the query, click on this, add a dynamic query content. Writing simple insert statement. Insert into table name. My table name is JSON file, and I need to insert the values for file name and JSON data, and ID is the auto generated column. Okay, let's go to here, file name, table name, JSON data. Values, let's open the bracket. We need to insert the file name at the rate. File name we are getting from the for each loop at the rate dot name dot name. So the file name and JSON data are the strings, so that's why we are quoting it in a single quote. That's why we are putting the single quotes. And the next one is we need to insert the value, and again the JSON value is of type string, so we need to convert the value into string and then we have to insert. So we're using the string function first, the rate string string activities dot value okay. Enter. Okay, now it's correct. Click OK. Okay, let's debug the pipeline. Pipeline got succeeded. Let's verify the data in the table. Data got inserted successfully, and the first column is ID. It's auto generated, and we have 3 files, and these are the 3 file names, and this is the JSON data. Okay.
In this tutorial, we utilize the lookup activity to read the JSON file. However, it is important to note that lookup activity in ADF has certain limitations. It can return a maximum of 5000 rows or 4 MB of data. If your JSON file exceeds these limits, the lookup activity will not retrieve all the data, resulting in some rows being truncated. In the next video, we'll look at how to process the large JSON files. I hope you find this video useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.